Hello guys, I hope you're doing well, and sorry I couldn't make any videos for past few days because I had some family issue, but right now everything is settled and I'm back on track again. So today's topic will be based on how you plan and how you execute. So it's all about planning and executing. So 2 days back, a very close friend of mine, her name is Devya. She's a very confident, very ambitious woman. So we share a common goal, and we always try to help each other whenever we fall off a track and whenever we feel demotivated or whenever we are losing focus. So she gave me a call and she said that she's been observing me for past few days, and she said that I'm not planning my things well and I'm not using my resources well. And when she hung up, and I was just thinking all over, and I came to the point that whatever she said, she was right. So regarding this point, regarding this planning point of view, so my professor once said that whenever you want to make an important decision, or whenever you want to make a important decision, or whenever you want to take a higher step, so always sit down with a piece of a paper and a pen, and always try to be in a silent place, so that you don't get distracted. You are totally focused on whatever the goals which you want to achieve. And nowadays the mobile devices are quite distracting, so always try to avoid those kind of things. So just sit down on a piece, sit down on a quiet place, write down whatever things you want to do, or whatever, which I personally do, which I personally, I'm telling you the same thing. So whatever your thoughts are, you just have to write down on paper. It sounds like a peculiar thing, but guys, believe me, it does work. It does work, because I'm telling with my own experience. Because every time whenever I feel like that, I know I always come back to the same point again, and every time I got the result. So I was just sitting with a piece of paper, and I wrote everything what I wanted to do, and I narrowed it down in such a way that the top priority things should be accomplished as soon as possible. So I'll share a link on my description below. It's about how you give yourself a daily task. It's he's a Navy officer, if I'm not wrong. Okay, he has some point to convey, and that video that video will help you a lot. So guys, don't forget to go through that video, because you will get to know that how you can make yourself better, how you can give yourself a daily task. So that's and one thing I forgot to say, that so she said one story, okay, and which is about the planning things. So there used to be a kingdom, and every on that kingdom, and when a boy or a girl get into an adult age, they have to go to the jungle, and most of them, they never came back, because they never knew that what happened inside the jungle. So there was one guy, and he knew that another 5 years of time, okay, he'll be the person to go to the jungle. So when the time came, and when the all villagers came together, and he asked the villager that I want to take a grand entry inside the jungle. And the villagers were quite surprised that that most of the people, most of the guys or girls, okay, they used to be sad to go inside the jungle, because they never know that what's going to happen inside there. And this guy seems to be very happy about it. So what is that, what happened to him? So out of curiosity, the villagers did ask him that why you are so happy about it. And he said that I knew that for going from 5 years, like, I'll be the person to go there. So I planned everything accordingly. For the first year, I gathered the knowledge of the jungle, okay, I gathered like information about the jungle. The very next year, I planted some crops, so that I don't run out of food or something like that. For the third year, he took some swords, some arrows and bows, whatever, to tackle the wild animals, so that he can survive over there. So that's how he planned, and that's planning is really very important. So guys, this is again an important thing, planning and not executing. Okay, it won't work out. Seriously, it won't work out, because this planning and executing will it goes hand in hand. So without a proper plan, you won't get a better result, and only planning and not executing again will give the same result. So you should plan it properly, at the same time you should execute it properly. So now we'll come to the point to how you need to execute. So you should always have a bigger vision. You should always aim high, but at the same time your steps should be really practical, really small, because if you, for example, if some guy says that I want to quit smoking, okay, so on the quit smoking, on the second day they say, no, like, today I'm done, from tomorrow I won't smoke anymore. But what happened is that that 1 or 2 days later, okay, so he come back to the same smoking habit again. So what went wrong? He's not preparing himself. Okay, it should be like slow process. It should take one step at a time. That's how you need to do. So that's about the executing part. It's quite easy, guys. You try to implement in your daily life. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please do support me. This is Rahman signing off. See you in the next video.